Dude, it has been one busy week, and there's a lot of different things that happened, kind of little cool stories here and there that I just want to share with you guys. But so this video is going to be a little different, and one problem I have with like YouTube is they always talk about like sticking to your niche. Develop content around your niche, you have your audience around this particular niche. I have a problem with that because I don't want to get stuck in this one category. Like right now I'm like the school bus guy. Before I was like the FJ Overland guy. And there's so much more to my life, and there's so much more that I'm interested in that I want to be able to share and make different content around that stuff. So this is kind of a part of that. So a lot has happened in this past week. One of which is I have my website finished. I actually finally launched my website. It's something my dad and I have been working on for a while. He actually designs websites for a living, along with a bunch of other things, and you can kind of check him out. I'll put his link in the description as well. I just wanted one page to show all of what I do and all the videos that I've produced. If you don't know, I actually do make videos for a living, and this is kind of like the beginning of me launching that career. So I'm super excited about it. I'm glad to finally have it out and start growing that part of my career and that part of my life. So aside from that, I actually turned 27 years old this past week, and it was pretty fun, pretty simple. Milo had a doctor visit. And after that, we decided to go to this place called Sushi Train. And this birthday was kind of interesting because it was the first year that I've kind of understood what it meant when people say, I just want my family to be happy, I just want a healthy family. I always heard that, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, nah, you're just trying to be cute. Like, of course, we all want this piece of gadget, steaks. We want our birthday to be ours. And this year was kind of the first time that I really didn't have that. Like, we weren't in a situation to be able to go out and have a really nice dinner. We were really busy, so we didn't do any cakes or presents or anything. And I was totally content with that because I was able to just spend it with my family, just really spend it with Emily and Milo, to see the joy that they had. And Milo just devoured some ice cream with a chopstick, and it was the cutest, funnest thing that I had experienced in a while with them. And just to be able to share this little knit experience was a lot more valuable than any other birthday I've really had in the past. And it was fun because it was super simple. Like, we just went to a place that Emily actually wanted to go to that I was okay with going to. I got more joy out of seeing her enjoy it than I would have if I would have gone to the restaurant that I wanted to go to. And 27 is like a weird year because I always felt like if I don't have my stuff together by 30, then I've got to like reevaluate my life and figure out the plan for the next number of years for raising my family. And I know that's kind of foolish to think about because people that are twice my age don't even have it figured out. But I just kind of, I hold myself to a higher standard. I don't know, like, I've got 3 years to really grind and push myself and see if I can't live this life that I want to live. And if I'm not able to do that within those 3 years, then I might have to step back and kind of like figure out a way of doing that while also being a responsible parent and responsible husband that I need to be for my family. So I don't know, it's just kind of like I feel like I've got to work harder, and my wife might think that's a little crazy. I want to make this work. I want to make this, I want to be a good example for Milo, and I want to be a good example for you guys of working hard and being able to go after your dreams and kind of do what you want to do. So I think 27 is just going to kick me in the ass, and I've got a little bit of time left to figure this out and to really grind and work hard, and then we'll see what happens. But anyways, so aside from that, Emily and I actually went to a Post Malone concert as well, and it was really cool. Emily had a really good time. It was a little bit of a letdown with his stage performance. I just feel like people with that kind of an audience and that kind of, I guess, power, for lack of term, I expect them to do more with that power because they have the ability to really impact a lot of people's lives, even more so than their music. Like, if Post Malone would have made a little bit more of a personal connection with the audience, that I wonder how he would have affected me in singing words, because it's different seeing them there versus seeing them on YouTube or the TV or seeing them through a screen. But actually feeling him talk to us and to me to a certain degree might have just made things a little bit different. I mean, granted, the dude's in front of thousands of people, so I don't really know what that's like aside from me talking to a camera right now. But I am posting this on the internet, which is like reaching 1 billion people, which is kind of crazy. Before that, we actually went to this place called the Red Phone Booth, and it's like a speakeasy. So we're at this place called the Red Phone Booth, and I heard about it from a friend, but you have to have like a phone number to be able to get in. And we're out like this. Seems like it's a pretty elegant, little classy place. They got like leather couches everywhere. They got a fireplace.
Multiple fireplaces.
Multiple leather couches, real brick walls. Like, it's like a pretty cool experience.
Having my first martini.
I'm having my first old fashioned that I've had in like 6 years. And it's weird because this is the first date we've been on since we've had Milo, like a proper date, not just like going to a local restaurant. And It was neat because you had to like walk into this phone booth and then dial this one phone number, which opened up like a hidden door, and then this guy's like, hey, who are you? How'd you hear about us? And it was like invite only, so it was neat to kind of feel like a VIP person, but it was also kind of weird because I'm sitting here with all these like fancy people drinking fancy drinks, and I just, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm about to go live at a school bus. I don't belong here. But anyways, I mean, the camera's about to die. It's about to die again. This is the second time the camera's died tonight. And it's because I keep messing this up. And I have to do retakes because talking to a camera is not the easiest thing to do. So. After the Post Malone concert, I had to put in a bunch of work to this bus because I had to take this thing on its first camping trip, and it wasn't near ready. The reason I went on a camping trip is because I do videos, of course, and I was filming an event called the Gambler 500. And the idea behind the Gambler 500 is you have a $500 budget for a car, and then you have to figure out how to make it last 500 miles on an off-road rally. And it's really fun and wild and very redneck, but quite the party. And I'm super happy that I actually decided to take the bus because I learned a lot about the bus, and not only like what it would be like to camp in it, but also driving a little bit more and how comfortable it is and is not, and how noisy it is and how noisy it used to be versus how quiet it is now. Cooking inside and figuring out a way to like ventilate all the smoke. And then, is the insulation sufficient enough? Can we use propane? Can we not use propane? Do I need to figure out a different organization for the layouts and putting the generator outside? And is the solar gonna be enough? So I was able to answer the majority of those questions, and that's gonna be a video I produce in the future, is what I learned from camping in a half-converted bus. So yeah, I just had a bunch of clips that I had accumulated over the past week and kind of wanted to share those with you guys because, like I said in the beginning of this, like I don't want to just be known as the school bus guy. I don't want to be known as just the FJ guy. I mean, I enjoy carpentry, I really enjoy craft beer, and I enjoy philosophy and talking about more important things. Really enjoy videography and kind of like telling stories, and I'm trying to impact as many people as possible with more than just school bus tutorials and how-tos. So I want to produce more of these types of videos. It's going to be becoming more elaborate. A lot is changing in our lives, and I want to share that with you guys in all different types of avenues. And one of the ways that it's changing is I'm going completely freelance with my videography. So I appreciate you guys following along. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you don't like it, and if you could subscribe, we would really appreciate it. And if you really want to help us out, I have thought about doing a Patreon, but it's just something I don't really feel comfortable with. But if you really want to support us, if you could, if you guys want any video stuff done or know anybody that might be interested in some kind of video stuff, I am in the process of starting off my freelance career, and I really just want to make all different types of videos for all different types of people. I think video is very underrated, and we have the resources to make videos very simply now. So I want to tell more stories for more people, and I want to do it at a feasible cost. The cool thing about the bus is I don't have to make a certain amount of overhead, so I can charge a lot less. So if you guys have any stories that you want told, or anything you might need for any business or personal stuff, if that's birthdays or weddings or engagements or kind of anything else in between, let me know, and I'd love to help you out. I'd love to make those stories, and I'd love to share that so that you can enjoy that for the years to come. And making these videos has really changed my life, and there's a lot more to that story, and I'm going to share that in the future. But for now, I appreciate you guys following along, and yeah, thank you.